Hello everyone. In the previous session you had seen picture box and radio button. So continue with this example. We'll take some more controls. So in this session we will take combo box. Okay, and if you don't know this combo box, then in a simple a simple conversation you can say this is something like drop down. Okay, so in Windows form we say a combo box and not drop down. Drop down is actually in the ASP.NET, and you can call the the name. Here it is combo box. So let's drag and drop this combo box in this example. So I will take these controls a little down, and actually this button only. So I need a combo box. I'll drag this combo box here, and this label is going to be let's say it's going to be country. Let me change this text property of this label. I'll say this is going to be city. Okay, and this combo box, I need to change the name property of this, so I'll say CMP. It's going to be country. So now everything is okay here. So I need city for this profile, and another thing is I need to pass the cities, right? So how to pass the cities, how to enter those, how to list those cities, which is going to be seen in this drop down or the comp box. You see, if I run this, basically you will get the idea here. See, there are no entries here, so I need some entries in this combo box, right? So let's create those entries here. So what to do, there is a small button here. You click on that. Here, edit items, and put your countries over here, right? So let me put those countries. I'll say select country here, country. Okay, and now I'll use those country. I'll say India, I'll say Pakistan, I'll say Afghanistan. Okay, I have those countries here. Let me take USA, or let me say Australia. Actually, Australia is a continent. I'll say China. Okay, these many countries are here, and now I will hit OK. So now when you click on this, see, there's so many countries you can see. Actually, this select countries shouldn't be there in that. So let me change that. Edit items, and let me just delete this entry. Okay, so we have 3 to 5. There are 5 countries we have. In this combo box we have 5 countries, and let's code this. Okay, so we need to pass whatever the user select from these country to our form 2. Right now we are in form 1, so user select Afghanistan. So this Afghanistan entry should move or should saved inside my form 2. So let's code this. So get back to your code, press F7. Okay, so we are in form1.cs file, and let's code it. So we already have this picture box 1.image in the constructor. Next, as you can see, inside this combo box we have so many entries are there, so I cannot pass this complete entry from one form to another. I cannot do that, right? So I cannot create a string for this. So instead of that, I can use this constructor where I can pass multiple entries, which is a kind of parameterized constructor. I can pass that entry. So I'll say CMB country, and I'll say dot selected item. So whatever the user select from that combo box, dot to string. Okay, that string I had passed here. So right now it will show you error, because why? Because in this constructor we have only one entry. So what you can do, you can make a comma here, and you will say string, because we are passing that entry with the help of that to string, right? So I need that string inside my form 2. So that's why I had taken string, and I'll say res for result. Okay, and I can simply say here I need another label to for what reason? For passing or to save that entry that is coming from form 1 for the country, right? So I'll change the name property. So I go to this label and I'll say LBL, I'll say country. And now inside this form 2, I can simply pass this. See here, what I'm gonna do, I will say LBL country dot text, and I'll say your country is, and I'll simply say result or res. Okay, that's easy, right? So what we had done, we had taken a combo box here. We had inserted some items or some countries inside this combo box, and then we go to the form1.cs, and where we had written the picture box 1.image, the code, we had taken another code with the help of this comma operator, and we had seen combo box country, that is the combo box. Whatever the user select, with the help of that selected item, change it to string. So right now this is dot to string, so I need to pass this complete entry to my form 2. So that's why we have taken one string variable, that is result, and now we are just passing that result to my label of form 2. So when I run this, you see here, when I run this, I will say John, I'll also say Smith, I'll say he's a male, and I'll select the country, that is he's coming from USA. And when I hit a submit button, you will see the things that we have inside this form 1 passed to our form 2, John Smith, male and USA, as we had selected from this. Okay, I hope you understand it. This is the very simplest example that we are seeing. All the controls are pretty much simple, and their methods and their data members are pretty much simple to manipulate it. Okay, so you had seen combo box. Now the next control that we need to see is, let's say, what control we should take. Actually, we can take something called as DateTimePicker. That is that is somehow, that is also very easy, right? So we have DateTimePicker here. You see where it is? Yeah, this one. So let's drag and drop this DateTimePicker inside our form 1. So this is DateTimePicker. So whatever the user select, the date should be passed from one form to another form, right? That's our idea. That's our idea to make it. So what I'm gonna do here, I will actually I need one click event, right? So I need one click event for this. So what I'm gonna do here, you will see inside this DateTimePicker, I have one event that is known as let me just find it out if it is there or not. Actually not inside this, actually it is ticker event. Let me just find it over here. Oh yeah, actually I'm so sorry for this. Actually I need what exactly I need a timer, right? I need a timer for this. And where exactly is this timer? Yeah, there we go. We have timer here, so I need this timer, and this I need a timer click event actually. So I need this. So what I'm gonna do, I'll double click on this timer event to generate the tick event, right? So inside this tick event, what I'm gonna do, I'll copy this this code, this form 2 code, right? So I'll copy this and I will paste it over here. Okay, so right now we have this combo box and picture box. In a very similar way, I can pass my DateTimePicker data in this constructor only. So what I'm gonna do, I'll say DateTimePicker dot, I will say whatever the value it is there. So whatever the value that is there in the DateTimePicker, I need to pass it to the this form 2 constructor. So now get back to your form 2, and to hold that entry I need another label, right? So I will say here, this is my label, and let me just elongated it, and let me just use this label here. Oh, I'm so sorry. What event did generate? Yeah. So I need to just resize it. Okay. So now this is perfect. I'll say this is my label. Okay. Now inside this form 2, I need to pass another the member that is there inside this form 1. We have passed this DateTimePicker.value. So now here I will say DateTime, that is the class, and I'll say let me take it as date or date result. Okay, this is date result. So what you can do, this is the simplest thing you can do. Form 2, and this is label. Just change the name property of this label and write it like LBL date, and now form 2, and I will simply say LBL date dot text equals to I need form fill up time. I can say form fill up time, and I will say plus, and I'll say date res dot toString. I'm sorry, not to binary, it is toString. So now let's check this out, that if this is working or not. So this is two. Oh yeah, actually I need to copy it, right? So I'll just I think there is no problem inside this, so let me just do this. Yeah, so now when I run this, basically when I run this, actually we are in the we had done something wrong here, and yeah, just run it. So now if I say it is John, this is Smith, this is male, the country is Afghanistan, and the date is, let's say it is 11 and it's going to be 13. So when I hit submit button, so that submit button, yeah, so it is not coming actually. So what you can do here, actually I think yeah, I had done some mistake. Oh, I'm so sorry for this. So you can just copy it, you can paste it over here, and here what you can do, you can just so when you run this, now this is John, this is Smith, this is male, this is USA, and I'll say the date is 13th February. When I hit submit button, it is not showing. Why it is not showing me? We had done some mistake here. What mistake we had did? Oh yeah, in label we have passed each and everything. F2.show dialog. Oh yeah, actually we haven't created this F2.show dialog. So now when I run this, I'm so sorry for this, so many mistakes are here. John and Smith, Afghanistan, and let's another entry, submit. So you can see a date and time is is passed. I'm so sorry for all mistakes. I'm just in a hurry actually. So you can see here is John Smith, male, Afghanistan, and the date is, so I have 14/2/2019, and that's the same date. You can take the time also, and John Smith, male, and Afghanistan, John Smith, male, and Afghanistan. All entries are covering up from form 1 and form 2. Okay, so we had seen two more controls. That is, one we had seen ComboBox, and the another one is DateTime. So if you are not clear with the DateTime, what we did is we drag and drop the DateTimePicker from the toolbox, and also we had dragged the timer, okay, the timer tick control. So what exactly this timer is going to do, it will create one event, that is tick event. You can see here we have written the code inside the timer tick event. Okay, you have to generate this tick event. So when you generate this tick event, you need to copy this form 2 constructor inside here, and need to enter one more entry that is DateTimePicker 1.value. Okay, so this is our new variable, or this is our new, the line of code that passes the date time, the text property to our form 2. So this form 2, we have one label that holds that entry, and that's why in the constructor of this form 2 we had taken the data type as date time, and we have this variable date race. So I'm passing this date race with the help of this toString method to my label date. So that's why you can pass this entry from form 1 to form 2. Once again we can see this. So I will say John Smith. I'll say it's male, say USA, let me say it is China, and then I take any date you want. You can also change the month here. Let's say this is 18th April 2019. So when I hit submit button, you will see form fill up time is 18/4 2019. That matches, and all entries are also matching. John Smith, male in China, John Smith, male in China, and the picture box. So we had seen so many controls inside one example. I hope you all are clear with the idea that how exactly we are passing one data from one form to another form with the help of some static strings and also with the help of constructors. Okay, thank you so much for listening to me.